Hey everybody! Today's video is going to be kind of like a witchy haul type video. I went out shopping today. I bought some witchy stuff, also some not witchy stuff, but I figured I'd show off the majority of what I bought because I figured it all pertain not only to, this channel, but also just to some of you who are looking into buying some sort of, tools or something like that to start your own witchcraft journey. So yeah, I figured I'd show off what I bought. It's definitely not a very extensive collection of stuff, just a little bit that I got from just local, corporation type stores. But yeah, I was excited to get it, so I figured I'd show it off a little bit. Anyway, the first thing I'm showing off isn't really witchy related. I went out and decided, well, not today decided, but a couple days ago, I was thinking about, like bullet journaling and how that used to be something that I really enjoyed, especially during my last year in high school. I was really into bullet journaling because there was just so much homework to do, and then I also had to factor in applying for universities and writing scholarship essays and stuff. So I was just very overwhelmed by all that and decided to get into bullet journaling. And it saved my life at the time. It was such a great thing and also such a fun way to channel my creativity. And then after, during that summer, I just kind of fell out of it because of personal issues that was happening. And then when I went to university, I tried to get back into it. Didn't really work out then either. And then shortly after university, I took a couple of summer courses while I was working. So I tried bullet journaling again at that point, wanting to find a good way to manage my time and just keep track of everything. But again, I went through some personal stuff and quit doing that. I feel like I'm at a more stable point in my life now though, and I figured what's a better time to get back into bullet journaling than now? So I just bought some pens and a journal. So this is the first pen I bought. I already took it out of the little box, but it had the Big Dipper on it, which I thought was really cool. I always say that as long as I can see the Big Dipper, I can make my way home because of where it hangs over my parents' house. So I've always liked the Big Dipper. So I thought this was a cool pen, and it definitely suits, my whole kind of vibe. Put over there. But the next pens I got were these pens. This stuff was all from Chapters. I really like Chapters. I shop there a lot. But yeah, I got these pens, and I haven't taken them out of the box yet because they're so pretty and I don't want to take them out. But I'll have to at some point, I guess. But yeah, they look really cute. I'm excited to use them. And then the journal I got was just the standard moleskin journal, again from Chapters. And it has I don't think it has dotted paper, it has square paper. Yeah, just the standard square paper. So I'm excited to get back into bullet journaling. And I'm also willing to record my spreads or something if that was something you guys would be interested in. So I have all my witchy stuff here. I figured I'd just start with the crystals. Especially since, I think I will start with I'll start with 2 of the crystals, and then 3 of the books, and then move on to everything else, because I got the 2 crystals and the books from the same place. So this was all from Chapters that I got these couple things, that being a rose quartz and a clear quartz. They have these little tiny boxes up by the cache that say love. Or I think my younger sister for Christmas got me one that was for abundance or career or something, and it had or maybe it was just for healing. I'm not sure, but it had my selenite in it that I commonly use in readings, as well as my green aventurine, I believe, which I also use a lot in readings. So they have super good boxes, and they're the perfect size crystal in my opinion. I like small crystals. I do. I just find that they're not great for ritual use or spell use. They work well in spell jars if that's something you're into. They look really nice on my cards. Pronounce that kind of weird. Although I would prefer, I think, slightly bigger crystals when I do card readings. But either way, the small crystals are great. They're just not the size that I necessarily want. And then I also have really big crystals, not super big or anything, but I do have bigger crystals that again look really nice. I find them great for decorative use. I think they're great in windows. I think so long as they're a crystal that's okay with being exposed to sun. I think they're great, to use during rituals sometimes. but again, they're a little bit too big for me. These crystals, perfect size. Perfect size. For me, at least. Like I said, everyone might have different opinions, but to me, they're like the perfect size. So I was happy to buy more of them. I didn't want to buy the same box that I got last time, with the selenite and green aventurine. So instead, I, went with the love box, which again, like I said, had the rose quartz and the clear quartz. So I think they're really pretty. The clear quartz I like a lot. I don't know, there's something about it that is very, very simple to me. Clear quartz has a lot of properties as well. It's commonly used, if you don't have the crystal you're looking for, then people will use clear quartz as a replacement crystal, which I think is really neat that it can kind of do that because it like absorbs all these energies. It might not be as powerful as the original crystal you wanted would be, but it's still, usable. So I think that's really cool about clear quartz. I think I would normally use it for protection. And then the rose quartz, which to me, I don't know if it's because I'm colorblind, but I swear this rose quartz, you're not going to be able to tell from the camera anyway. But I swear the rose quartz has kind of an orange hue to it, which I thought was really interesting. But it might just be in my head. But yeah, I like the rose quartz a lot as well. Rose quartz is one of my favorite crystals. I think citrine is probably my favorite of all time. I also really like green aventurine, but rose quartz holds a very special place in my heart. So I do really like rose quartz crystals. So like I said, I got those from Chapters. I also got 3 books. The one I want to show off first. When I say this is the cutest book in the world, it says, The Little Book of Self-Care for Cancer. Simple ways to refresh and restore according to the stars. It's really cute. It starts off just talking about, what self-care is, which I think is super important to know because a lot of us, I think, can have misconceptions of self-care. Or we beat ourselves up for things that are self-care. So it's kind of good to have that in the book. And then it also talks about like the connection between astrology and self-care and how using your astrological chart can give you a better understanding of how you need self-care, like what the best type of self-care is for you, instead of just, pulling out what other people are doing and hoping it works, right? If that makes any sense. And then it also talks about, how water is important as an element because Cancer is a water sign. So I'm guessing for all the other elements, they would have those in those individual element books. So if you're in Aries, for example, it'd probably talk about the importance of fire instead of the importance of water. But like I said, I'm a Cancer, so lots of water. And then it goes into self-care for Cancer. So it talks a little bit about Cancer and what self-care means for Cancer and stuff like that. And then we get self-care rituals for Cancer. Now, they're not rituals as in like witchcraft rituals. Not a ritual that I would, set up and close a circle for stuff, right? It just says little things. So like it starts off with saying, get motivated. If you find that you are feeling unmotivated to work out, start by listening to your favorite music to get amped up. Sometimes just feeling the beat can jumpstart your energy level and get your blood flowing. If you're working out at home, you may even want to try dancing around as your entire workout. Dancing for 30 minutes is great cardio. Just blast your favorite tunes and let your body move naturally. Mix up the playlist tempo to keep things interesting. No slow songs allowed. So I think it's just really cute, it just tells you little ways to take care of yourself in a way that, is supposed to be fitting for your astrology sign. Another one is get cozy, and it's just talking about getting all cozy. Or visualizing a sailing adventure. Like, I just think they're so cute. Shopping at a flea market, which 100% is self-care. I will not take any criticism. I love flea markets. Write a story. Ask for help. Skip the spicy foods. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, so it just has all these stuff, and it's about 160 pages, just a small little book, but I just think it's so cute, and I'm super excited to flip through it. And I think one of the first pages in my bullet journal will probably be like a self-care page, and I'll write down some of these ideas, so it's kind of a cool way to tie everything in together. But yeah, I got it because it was so cute, and it called my name, and I couldn't say no. The next book I got was called Be More Witch, How to Find Your Inner Magic. It looked interesting. The back says, where there's a witch, there's a way. Be More Witch offers a dose of spellbinding escapism through a collection of magical tips, mystical exercises, and empowering quotes. So dust off your trusty broomstick and let your creative spirit fly. Your fate is at your fingertips. So it just has like little, there's little kind of ways to incorporate little spells into your everyday life for the most part, and just how to kind of get reconnected with your craft in just very simple ways. It's nothing too intense, it's nothing too difficult. I think it'd be great for a beginner book if you were past the beginning stages, if that makes sense. So like, for example, I typically don't get a lot of witchcraft books anymore because a lot of them, spend most of the book just talking about correspondence and significance and stuff like that, right? And that's all stuff that I know or I can easily reference online. And of course, trying to reference in 5 or 6 books, it can be hard to reference all that. So I just find it's not something I need anymore. When I was like first starting off, I had a lot of books on correspondence and significance and, crystals and Reiki and plants and just stuff like that. I had lots of everything. But then throughout the years, I've either donated it or given it to friends or people who need it more than me because I've outgrown those books. And this book doesn't really seem to have that, first half of a book about those things. It just kind of, it jumps right into what you need to know about spells, which is kind of a good reminder. It's just saying to be in the right frame of mind, reminding you that you can't change free will, and that they're pretty simple. You just need intent, action, and will. So energy. And then, right after that, it just gives you 1 page of toolkit essentials. And then it jumps right into a spell to reveal true love, which isn't something I need to do. But it just jumps right into spells. And then they even have it, I'm just noticing this now, they have it kind of categorized in the corner of the page. I'll show what I mean in a second. But for example, in the corner up here, they say spell. So you can see that this is a spell. So if you just want to flip through the page and pages, you can find something pretty easily. And then up here, they've got like this crystal ball, and that's for mantras, which is super important as well. I think this is a really good book. The last book I got was The Little Book of Witchcraft. This I got because it was small, it was cheap, and it did kind of have the opposite of what I said was in this book. So it does talk a lot about significance and correspondences and stuff, but I just thought it would be interesting to have. I was willing to take a chance on it. I don't think I flipped through it that much either because I was trying not to flip through books too much, since there are germs around that could prove to be life-threatening to some people. So I just didn't feel 100% safe, touching and manhandling books and stuff. So I didn't really flip through them. I just kind of pulled what I was drawn to. And this book does seems really cute. It has a lot of imagery in it, which I liked a lot. I thought it was cute that it had that imagery. It talks, as a section for crystals, which is nice. It says like, amber, if you are experiencing a lot of negativity, wear amber to repel these bad energies. Amber is also the problem solver of crystals, resolving misunderstandings and disagreements. And it just gives that little blurb for a lot of different crystals. Mainly the important ones are the bigger ones that we tend to commonly use in witchcraft. So it seems really cute. It seems like an interesting book. Talks about like different symbols and signs in witchcraft. Goes into what the different days mean. I like smaller books and I like very visual books. I find it hard to reference things if the book is long. If it's a big book with lots of words and not many pictures, it's just hard for me to find what I'm looking for. Whereas in this, I feel like if I need to quickly reference something, I'll easily be able to find it, because there's like images along the way. I probably won't use it as much as I do the other book that I got, the Be More Witch book. But we'll see. And then there is also like the last half of the book, after talking about the significance and correspondence of different things, it does have spells. Anyway, moving on from the books, like I think I said, those were all from Chapters. So all 3 of those books you can probably find on Chapters or Indigo or whatever the third store is that they have. And same with those crystals that I showed you, the rose quartz and the crystal quartz, clear quartz. Moving on, the rest of the stuff I got from Spencer's. Yes, I got from Spencer's. I got this, crystal healing. I'm gonna open it and you're gonna be shocked because I took everything out already. But I kept the box because it had a nice little guide along with it. So yeah, it was just called Crystal Healing Gemstones for Spiritual Wellness. And then it came as well with a little bag. I love my little bags. I was very happy about this. Yeah, and it's got all the crystals inside. Makes me so happy. I love new crystals. I love them so much. Okay, so we have this one, Snowflake Obsidian. Next up is rock quartz, which I've never heard that term before, rock quartz. But it's very pretty. It's very clear, which is nice. I think it's clear quartz. That's my guess. And yeah, it's just good for opening the mind, I guess, you know? Kind of getting in touch with your spirituality. It's kind of a good starter crystal. I believe this is red jasper. It's really hard for me to identify crystals. I am colorblind, and typically we identify crystals by their colors. So it's very much a struggle for me. So if any of these I show to the camera and say what it is, and you're like, that's not what that is, I'm sorry. Please feel free to correct me. I don't mind being corrected. But I believe this is red jasper. This is green aventurine. I have a lot of these crystals. You've probably seen them in past readings. I have talked about them a lot. I really like green aventurine. I really do. This, I believe, is sodalite. I might be mispronouncing that. This is unikite. This is hematite. It feels like it should be magnetic. It's not magnetic, but it feels like it should be. Then we have rose quartz, another rose quartz. As you can tell, it's different than the other rose quartz, right? They've got a much different look to them. Tiger's eye, which I believe I have here. I have a couple other tiger's eye crystals. I like them a lot. I think I mentioned that in yesterday's tarot video, but yeah. Then we got yellow aventurine. I did not know there was a yellow aventurine. Let me tell you, this is news to me. And this might be very exciting news for me, because I do like aventurine. And I do like yellow. Next up is amethyst. It's very pretty. Purple is a good color. Like I said, amethyst is a good stone. Personally, I find it very good for anxiety. I think it's great to have, especially first day on jobs, or if you're at a job that stresses you out. I would recommend carrying amethyst with you. I can find even just like holding it in your palm or in your pocket or whatever can help bring you a little bit of peace of mind, calm you down. Now, the last crystal here, I don't think it looks anything like it's supposed to, but I don't know. And it might be that crystal, or I could just be wrong. But it says it's labradorite. I feel like labradorite. I can't pronounce that word. Forgive me. It's supposed to be more blue than this, but I'm also colorblind, so this might be blue. I don't know. I feel like it's darker than my hair though, and my hair is blue, I think. I don't know. Colors are hard. I'm very excited about these crystals. Like I said at the beginning, I'm like all, not giggly, but like giddy. That's the word. I'm very giddy. I'm very excited and shaky and stuff. I love them a lot. The next thing I got is rose backflow incense cones. So I didn't quite realize what backflow meant until I bought these, and then I was wondering why they weren't 100% working or burning properly with the incense burner that I got. But let me just pull these out. Oh, I'm gonna pull one out. That sounds good. Okay, did not break that box. Might have a little bit, but anyway, this is what they look like. Little cones, and they've got the hole in the bottom. Those little like fountains you see where like you put the like incense on top and then you burn it and then all the like smoke comes down and it looks like a fountain. That's what these are used for, because they have the hole at the bottom to smoke out with, right? So that's what they're used for. And yeah, it smells in here, it kind of smells rosy, I guess. When I was burning it earlier, it smelled more like a campfire, not in a bad way at all. I really like the campfire smell. And then the little incense burner that I got, again, it's just for cones, but I got this little witch hat with the little black cat. Then you open it up and you put it right in there, and then smoke comes out here. I'm probably going to try and demonstrate that for you. I can't guarantee it'll 100% work, But we've got, I'll just pull my pants up a little bit. Okay. So we've got the incense here, which as you can tell I've burned somewhat. That's the thing, the cone is supposed to burn the whole way instead of stopping, but I think because it comes at the bottom and this clearly has no bottom piece, it's not going out the whole way. So that's okay. That's like, I don't need it to burn for very long either. I am very, very sensitive to smoke and scents and stuff. So if it burns for too long, it'll get a little bit too smoky for me and I will have a panic attack. I am not strong, by the way. Okay. So this took a while to light last time. Oh wow, I just blew soot all over. I am so sorry to my roommate if you just saw that. Okay, that did not light. Let's try again. I might just get a new one if I have to. Okay, it's kind of smoldering a little bit. Try to move the camera closer. Okay, I definitely just got smoke in my eye. Anyway, yeah, you can see it kind of smoking up through the top here. So that's how it goes. It just goes through the little hat and just smokes a little bit, makes the room smell like campfire. Or burning wood, I guess, as my partner put it. But yeah, incense I find is good for cleansing. It's good for, you know, putting on during a ritual, depending on the intent. I think I'll mainly just be using this just for the smell or for, you know, meditating. Not so much for the intent of what it means, because I don't find much intent here with this incense. It's just supposed to smell like rose. So I guess you could use it in love rituals, but as someone who doesn't really do love rituals, I'll probably just be using it, you know, for meditating. Might have it on during some rituals, but yeah. So you can see already it's starting to smoke a little bit less. Still coming out though. But yeah, it won't burn all the way through. Yeah, it's a little bit lower now, but yep, that's how you do it. But yeah, typically I believe you have it on top of something where like the hole in the cone can like easily you know, continue smoking instead of being like trapped by something. I could be wrong about that, to be honest, but that was my impression of it. Either way though, I am really digging this a lot. A lot. I also should probably open a window because this is a lot of smoke for me, but it's so pretty. Sorry, I'm very distracted by it. Anyway, that is basically the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it kind of gave you an idea of just some sort of things you could buy for yourself, or, you know, give you some recommendations maybe. This is all stuff, you know, that I will probably be using daily or somewhat daily in my rituals and spells and meditations. And yeah, I'm probably gonna have a video coming out in the next few weeks on other tools that I have, like a kind of whole collection of my tools and stuff. That way you're getting a bigger picture than just the smaller things I have. I might also have to break it down into, you know, like books I have or crystals I have type of thing, because I have a lot of books and I have a lot of crystals. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to see in the future. Let me know how you felt about this video. And yeah, that's basically all I have for you. So I love you all very much, and I will see you tomorrow.